And I did record the.
That are false to this.
I recorded the call.
Criminalizing himself.
I recorded the call. And no, I'm not.
You know what, Mr. You might as well stop right now.
I have the text
because no, I'm going to tell you. I don't know if you're misunderstanding something or what. I'm not going to believe it, and I'm not going to hear you. I'm not going to hear you. I don't know what you How do you not understand what I'm telling you?
Listen,
you don't know what? That's the third time you've done it. You're gone.
This guy, Brad, walked into court acting like he was above everyone else, and things went downhill fast. He's accused of attacking a witness, but instead of staying quiet, he tried to make a deal with the witness's lawyer so the witness wouldn't testify. If that wasn't enough, he even filed charges against the same witness, basically trying to flip the case back on them. The whole hearing was a mess, and Judge Simpson clearly wasn't falling for any of it. Honestly, at first I couldn't tell whose side I was on, but let's watch and see how this plays out.
All right, go ahead. What are we doing?
Apparently, Mr. Lee called Mr. Arabo and offered to, in exchange of a pending case where Mr. Kwasny is the defendant of an AMV against Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee contacted Mr. Arabo and offered to essentially not testify in that case if Mr. Kwasny agreed not to testify in this case. There are statements that are essentially saying, in exchange for Mr. Kwasny, victim in this case, not testifying, I will also not testify. With that said, of course, I think it's appropriate to have an adjournment. Mr. Burgess agrees with that.
But does that recording indicate that?
Yes, Your Honor. Have either one of you
I myself have not listened to the recording. I was just asked to stand in on behalf of Mr. Burgess. He's at a hearing in Lansing. However, I did speak to Mr. Lee about it today. Mr. Lee indicated some of the content of the conversation to me. He also indicated, just FYI, that he himself recorded it.
But just so that I have this right, the defendant, because of something else, is urging, enticing, or in some other way interfering with testimony of witnesses in this case.
I can't agree to that characterization because I haven't heard it. I don't know.
Well, you want to listen to, because that's what I'm being told.
But yes, I understand. I understand that is what's being presented. I also want to indicate that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Mr. Lee has indicated to me some things. I have advised him to be careful of what he would want to say to Your Honor, but he seems to feel that he needed to make that phone call because he wants to move to have Mr. Burgess removed and he wants to get a different attorney. Mr. Lee has indicated to me he also wants to address the court. I again did advise him I would not go into the content of that conversation as there could be potential pending new charges. With that said, Mr. Lee, what is it you wanted to say?
Yes, Judge. I indicated to, what's your name?
Ms. Rubio.
To Ms. Rubio that for a little bit over a month, I contacted my attorney, Mr. Burgess, and I instructed him to contact the lawyers from both sides, the prosecution and the other side that represented Mr. Kwasny, and I instructed him to offer a plea or to negotiate some sort of settlement, and he indicated that he would do that. He indicated that he had done that. He indicated that he had reached out to Mr. Arabo and the prosecutor regarding making some sort of plea agreement. Him and I discussed what that could be. And so now, fast forward, yesterday, I contacted Mr. Burgess and I said, hey, have you reached out or have you heard anything from Mr. Arabo and the prosecutor? He said, and he indicated that he had not heard anything and that he had reached out to both attorneys multiple times. I knew that to be a lie. I suspected that to be a lie. And I knew that if I were to have him or to ask you to have him removed or substituted, that I would have to prove under Strickland versus Washington that he...
I don't know. Are you a lawyer?
I was
Mr. Lee, no. To my knowledge, no.
So I knew that I had to prove that he was ineffective. I knew that I had to prove that our breakdown was egregious. So I recorded the call myself.
Things are looking really bad for this guy now. The prosecutor basically told him to stop talking, which in court means you're already in trouble, but he just kept running his mouth. Worse, there's actual video evidence of him trying to mess with the case by negotiating with the victim's lawyer, which is completely illegal. That's like leaving fingerprints at a crime scene and then pretending you're innocent. Witness tampering isn't some small mistake. It's a serious felony that can lead to years in prison, especially when it's tied to an assault. And the audio recording makes it crystal clear he was trying to trade testimony, which you can't do under any circumstances. The defense is trying to downplay it, but Judge Simpson isn't buying it. In the end, the judge revoked his bond and shut him down hard, saying he couldn't be trusted. At this point, it's obvious. This guy wasn't just clueless, he was reckless.